Yes, people, it is your boy Naffe, and this is a match preview for Manchester United versus Brentford. What can I say? Brentford, not an easy team to face. They're better than Norwich, and we struggled against Norwich. So where do we go? What to expect? Brentford play good football. You know, it's not Burnley-esque, Hooth, Route 1. For me, Burnley play decent football, and they've got a team to be, wary of. They have been a good team this season, especially for a team coming from the Championship. And it's not going to be an easy match. I don't know too much about Brentford. I don't really watch them, but I do know that they're not pushovers. Do you know what I mean? With that being said, we should get a result against Brentford. But also with that being said, we struggled and we were lucky to get a result against Norwich. So if Norwich is the worst team in the Premier League, and we're struggling against Norwich, it's hard to, guess and whatnot and predict how we will fend against Brentford. It's hard because I'm posting a video as well. It's probably gonna be posted at the same time as this video on the Champions League draw, and I was basically saying that against Atletico Madrid, it's up to the players on whether we win the game or not. And I feel like that statement rings true for every single game that we play. It is entirely up to the players. These players have let down numerous managers, Mourinho, Oli, and in my opinion, they've kind of let down Ralph as well with some of the performances. And it's entirely up to the players. If the players want to come and play together as a unit with intensity, rock and roll football that Ralph wants, that we want, then we will beat Brentford. We will beat them comfortably. However, if the players are half-hearted, lackluster, lazy, tired, sluggish, unconcerned, foolish in decision-making, then we will struggle. We will struggle against Brentford. They're not a pushover, as I've said, and it is the Premier League. Any team can beat any team in the Premier League unless you're Liverpool, City and Chelsea. But even then, we've seen them drop points in the past and this season as well. So, yeah, Brentford tomorrow, it's not going to be an easy match. However, it is entirely on the players. And that's the most I can say. I can't really predict anything because it is literally a guess. It is an estimate out of thin air. There's nothing to base my estimates on. We're inconsistent as of right now. The team selection as well. Let me get into that because I have no clue who we're going to pick tomorrow. Are we going to stick with some of the starters who have been horrendous? Or are we going to switch up a bit and give other players, a chance that they probably deserve? Because some of the starters or some of the regulars that we see have been rubbish. So it's going to be interesting to see what Ralph picks. In my opinion, this is what he will pick. He will pick David De Gea in goal. David De Gea can't be dropped. He's our player of the season, and he's crucial. He's the reason where we are. He's the reason why we're still in the Champions League. He's the reason as to where we are on the table. Without him, we would be in the lower half of the table, definitely dropping points week in and week out. He saved us numerous times, so he is probably the number one person in our team to not get dropped, even though we've got Ronaldo. It's crazy. So David De Gea has to play. On the right, Diego Dalot hasn't had a bad game yet. Yeah, he wasn't incredible against Norwich, but no one was. And he definitely wasn't bad. So Dalot has to continue. Centre back is going to be Bailly because Lindelof is out. Yeah, they said he's been checked out and he's been fine. But if I'm Ralph, I'm taking my precautions. As David De Gea said in his post-match interview, life is more important than football. So as soon as someone's having respiratory issues on a football pitch for no apparent reason, you gotta, there's levels to importance, and life is way above football. So you have to pick Bailly, and then next to Bailly, Harry Maguire's gonna start. Everyone knows he's not gonna get dropped, despite what he does. It's Harry Maguire, sadly, our captain. He's gonna be picked, so it's gonna be Dalot, Bailly, Maguire. Now left back. Is he going to pick Tellers or Luke Shaw? I'm not too sure. This is one that's 50-50 for me. Tellers wasn't the best against Norwich. And it's going to be interesting to see whether he does pick Tellers or Shaw. Obviously, Shaw's been out with concussion issues and whatnot. But, you know, he is rested. So it'll be interesting to see who he picks for left back. In the centre of midfield, I feel like he's going to pick Fred and McTominay. I feel like those two players are usually going to get picked. Some of the first names on the team sheet, to be honest. Yeah, they are looking tired recently, especially when it comes to second half performances. However, I still feel like they are going to be picked. In front of them now, this is where it gets interesting as well. For me, Jadon Sancho has to be picked. I feel like he is becoming one of our most consistent players. He is exciting and he does the good things well and consistently. He's not like some other players in our team that, you know, yeah, they've got flair and they've got the ability to do magical things, but they just don't do it consistently enough, which leads to turnovers and possession, losing the ball in stupid areas, slowing down play and whatnot. So I like Jadon Sancho. He does the simple things efficiently and well, and he has to play for me. And next to him, this is where it gets a bit mad. Is he going to pick Bruno Fernandes or Van der Beek? Me personally, I would pick Van der Beek, but simply because Bruno Fernandes has been out of form. And you've got a good player on the bench there that's hungry for minutes, hungry for games, and give him a chance. Give him a chance in the position where he wants to play. I'll give the full 90 to Bruno Fernandes, to Van der Beek if I was Ralph, and it's gonna be interesting to see if he does that. I personally feel like he might stick with Bruno, but we will see. And then obviously the two ahead, Ronaldo's gonna play. I don't need to say too much. It is Ronaldo, and next to Ronaldo, who's it gonna be? I don't want to see Rashford. The two players I want to see dropped is Bruno Fernandes and Rashford. Rashford mainly. Bruno Fernandes and Rashford have been very wasteful in possession. You know, yeah, they are trying hard, or at least Bruno is, but it's just not working. And sometimes when players go through this, yeah, you can play them through it, but just do the right thing and drop them. Just do the right thing. Especially when you've got players on the bench that are hungry for minutes that can probably put in a performance. So I would like to see Rashford dropped. Will he pick Rashford? Probably. I'm not going to lie to you, most likely. I mean, Rashford had an absolute stinker against Norwich. Worst performance I've seen from him in a long time. And he's been very bad recently. And yet he survived the full 90. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be hard. Will he play? Most likely. I would personally like to see Elanga there, or Greenwood, or Cavani if Cavani's back. I'm not sure if he's back, but if he is, I'd love to see Cavani there. In fact, Cavani would be my number one next to Ronaldo. So that's going to be the starting 11 that I do believe will play. Obviously, we're going to be in Ralph's 4-2-2-2. And yeah, should we win? 100%. We shouldn't be dropping points to Brentford. Will we win? I'm not 100% sure. I expect to win, but if I'm totally honest, I'm not 100% confident in the players performing to the standard that they should. If the right changes to the starting 11 are made, I do believe that will increase the chances of us winning and us playing better football. But we have no power in that, and we just have to wait and see. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for the watch along. Make sure you guys tune in. It is going to be an exciting match, most likely. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me if you agree or disagree with some of the comments that I've made. My name's Naffe, this is United Point, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Take care.